Shoe sash hat.
But the other ones, like I said, I'll just do like the one for Rothgar. I can do it by myself. I can push through them.
I thought we did the Rothgar one
No,
with all the orc bosses and the one Orog boss.
no, I was not part of that.
Might have been with Michelle.
But like I said, I can do the pub dungeons that I don't have by myself, except for fucking Alec here. Because they're like, no, you have to have a second person. It's like I don't. This is MMO, but most people who play this are very antisocial and don't want to meet new people.
There's some truth to that.
We want to play Elder Scrolls, and this is the only thing to scratch that itch.
Right?
I mean, if I really wanted to, I could just put in the disc for Arena and go back and play fucking the Elder Scrolls.
Right?
If I really wanted
Go
to.
old school. Chowder. Chowder.
I'm hungry.
I'm gonna be running to the, I might run to the store to get some candy because I have been
I don't want
seriously
that popcorn. It's stale as shit.
been craving candy like a beast.
Candy.
Yeah, man. I've been just like I want either cotton candy or like a Sour Patch Kid. Like I just want something candy. It's like I don't want cookies or cake or ice cream or cereal. I just want like pure sugar. I should just eat a mouthful of sugar and be like, "Yep, good, I'm done."
And then you'll have a coma.
Right? Just get that fucking sugar directly into me. Quagmire, you're 60 years old. How do you do it? Carrots. Uh, I just gotta orally, anally, just gotta get it in my body somehow. Carrots. That'd be funny if that was like the secret to like longevity. Is just eat a fuck ton of gross food that you normally hate. Like that's just kale and radishes for me. Right?
Together.
Right? That's it. Ah, live forever.
In a smoothie.
Ugh. It just keeps getting worse. It doesn't even sound. You can't even like. It's got a smoothie. Like we're gonna jazz it up. Nope, still disgusting.
Wow, this is such a weird entrance to this dungeon. It's just a fucking trapdoor in the middle of nowhere.
The, like,
For the Lost City. It's not even like impressive. It doesn't look like it's a dungeon. You could literally walk past this motherfucker and not even realize it was here.
like fooling you. Like, look, it's a safe place in the desert.
No, and then you cry because you get punched in the
And there was much rejoicing.
thing. Yeah, you found the little city of Nutatambu, or whatever the fuck. Notatatambu, or Notomtambu, or...
You know,
I
that
don't know how
was
to pronounce it.
so far of all the areas I've cleared, like quest wise. Alakir was probably the most boring for me. Like,
Where the
I
fuck
just couldn't
is?
get into the story with Alakir.
Oh, here.
They're like, oh, sword singers. Aha, yeah, still, whatever. Maybe I'm just racist. It's just, like, I see a bunch of red guard and I'm like, who gives a shit?
Nobody really.
Nobody gonna break his stride. No one gonna slow him down. Oh no, he still requires two people. That's the only thing that's gonna slow his ass down is when he gets to that spot. Like, fuck
What's
this.
that?
The spot with two people, where you need to be. Bankerai was a little bit more interesting than like Alakir. Alakir was just boring as fuck. But it's done. That's all that matters.
All it matters.
That's all that matters.
Uh, God, I'm fucking hungry.
Doesn't all like 70s and 80s music sound like commercial music now if you listen to it? It's like I was just thinking of that song. Nobody gonna break in my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. And it'd be like brought to you by Lunesta. You know, it's just, I just feel like like all that good music from the old days is now just be like, yep, we're gonna slap that in a commercial for pharmaceutical dick pills or something like that.
Pharmaceutical dick pills.
Like, here I am, rock you like a hurricane by Viagra. Because we're gonna associate middle-aged men with dick problems. Put a pill in it. Oh, no, it's Volin fell. Oh, there it is. The lost city of Natutambu. Oh, you guys are already in the dungeon, so I can just travel to you.
Oh, hold on a second. Like, cause I think I'm gonna go find something to eat. Hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm in here, but don't worry about it. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. 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 I understand. Oh, nice. Awesome. Fucking awesome. Oh. Yeah, 1 second to be going on. When's that start? Okay. A working lighter. That's good. I thought I had some sin in this drawer. It's 138. Mm-hmm. Also, I was gonna check over here on this side of the bed to see if maybe I had one floating around.
Oh, it's in my purse.
In your purse? Okay.
In my purse over there. In my bag. My purse over there.
Yeah. In your green bag? Thank you, Hangman.
Don't stay up too late, okay?
Okay. Aubrey says congratulations on the house. She said thank you. She is uber excited. Love you. So it's pretty much. Oh, nice. It's that bad. 1,000 a month for 142 months. It's like. So it's pretty much 12 years. 30 years. Wow. So what's their cut? 'You guys will have equity, and that's good. I'm gonna drag them all. Oh, don't even move. I'm gonna kill all these fuckers right here next. Bring them right next to you. Oh really? Yeah, I got some sword singer stuff. So yeah, we probably did. Hard to tell when they're all grouped together and they all just die really. I didn't really care for any of the furnishing items. This guy's like, "What are you guys doing?" It's like, "We're hanging out. We're having a dance party. Leave us alone." I heard him. I'm playing with all these little toys.
on in Darwin. I'm bound to that sword now. Though it does still have my body. It's a little off.
How did I get here? I think I was trying to get back to someone. Hmm? Oh, yes. Another drink, please.
I hate this public dungeon.
Yeah, you were talking about how much you hated this one the other day.
That's right.
I'm not running too far ahead. I'm just got more work to do. Oh, piece of chicken nugget. That I put down for the cat.
Okay, I'm done fat kidding. Oh fuck, everything's respawned. Shit, shit.
Shit, Tony, you ran further ahead. I'd come back to help you and didn't notice you just left me.
You should be coming to this spot because you wanted to do that puzzle, right?
Fuck, everything keeps pulling in this room. I hate this fucking room.
Fuck, I didn't realize you were back in the room.
Motherfucker. Just fuck off. It's like you pull one thing and stuff just keeps coming and coming.
Right? Like a Bukkake movie.
Not even an entertaining one. Like,
Now she's just taking the money. She's not even an artist any longer.
alright, now we can get the fuck out of here. Jesus.
Here, I'll lay some groundwork for you so that guy doesn't slow you up.
Hold on, I gotta wait on this asshole. Oops, I gotta do this. Alright, now I gotta find these bullshit eyes of Yokuda. Did you already kill the boss down there?
No, I was waiting for you to get your ass over here so you can do the little puzzle.
Alright, what's this bullshit?
See,
What do I need to do?
there's one of each. Just stand. I think it's like scorpion and scorpion or something like that. You'll see him like
Okay.
change and then.
Well, the other dude's stepping on shit, so it's...
Right, it's like I think he's trying to show you. It's like spider
There.
and then there you go.
There, thank God. Okay. Okay, that's the group event. Oh, where's the boss that's supposed to be here?
Those were the bosses right there. Oh, he's
No, there's
he's
another
dead.
boss right here.
He's dead at your feet right there.
Son of a biatch.
It was those turd burglars up there that killed him.
Well, let's run around the other way real quick, because I need to grab stuff down that other hallway where there's some more bosses. We'll come back to this guy. Ah, shit. Like, I just want to be done with this, like, I just want to get the achievements and be done with this. God, we get all the AoE damage down. It's just like, yep, you're fucked.
Yes, and lightning does lots of damage. Lightning.
Lightning.
You guys ran away. Why would you run away and leave me to these two?
There
Maybe
wasn't anything up here when we ran past.
I died.
From what? This is a
These
good
Yokudan protectors.
Why these two dudes pop out of the
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, those little pains kill you. There's a couple more. Is there any more? Start laying shit down. Anything else
No, I
pop
think
out?
that's it.
Okay. Here's the boss. And we'll just burn the ultimate on him.
Oh, alrighty. Oh, I gotta grab this fucking thing.
Shoot your sky shard.
Not yet. But should I was going to get her to pop up right here. Like it did before. Oh, okay, we're safe. She didn't pop up that time. Gosh, alright. Alakir Desert Sky Shard Hunter. Damn, the only Sky Shards I don't have are in Cyrodiil now. Motherfucker. Oh, and I don't want to do PvP. PvP sucks. Because unless you're super duper good at it. Hey, do we want to go back and try that boss? The one that we missed?
Which one was that?
The one over here that was dead whenever we came through.
Oh.
I'll have to come back to that one before I hit.
Because it's... I mean... There's a quest back here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to do it, you gotta be back here.
Then go do it. I think we've both gotten it. I've already done it, so like I cleared this the other night.
Trying to get to the eye.
But yeah, but there's a quest that you can pick up that's back over here too that I think you missed. And it's Ill-Fated Venture.
She's right next to it, so I... Go on, yeah, the right idea. Go on the back side of this. You can avoid all those traps. Here, we can jump down to Tony if you want. Because we can get back. He's down over to the right of this little area. Heavy sack. Sacks that are heavy. He's down over here fighting this boss. I'll wait. Before I attack him, Michelle, I'll wait for you to get. There you are. Boom, 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 boom. Now, if you're done playing with this guy, Tony, we can do.
There's stuff over here it's telling I have to collect these relics. Like, I have to collect these relics before I can go any further.
Okay. Come on, dude. I'm gonna try to help you out here.
Wow, this place sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this isn't as bad as Shadowfen, but it's pretty fucking close.
It's a shitty
I
dungeon.
don't, I really don't mind most dungeons, but this and Shadowfen are at the top of my shit list. Figuratively and literally. That like fucking AOE you drop is just nasty.
Which one?
It just
The
rips through fucking everything. That electrical one you drop all the time.
I dropped two of them. That's probably why you see it work. There's this one where I slam the ground. That's elemental blockade. You can get that with destruction staff. There's this round one right here. That's
That
light.
one
That's lightning flood. That's a sorcerer ability.
is nasty.
That's the one that gives you guys a synergy that you can use. That just it does a crazy amount of damage. It does so much damage also because it's this synergy that you guys get to use is based off my max magicka. And since my max magicka is retardedly high, he gonna die.
Alright, Santa need to reach.
Just sit in this guy's face.
Alright, I've got to turn in this one other fucking quest outside the dungeon to actually finish the dungeon.
Well then, go to group, travel to player. It'll put you at the front of the dungeon.
Well, there's a way out right here.
I'm gonna go, well, it's not for me because I already had the quest. Certain things close up. Which, speaking of, I want to show you guys like a badass little farming spot that I discovered.
For what?
For platinum and rubidite.
There's a guild trader here, and the guild name is insert guild name.
That's a good guild name.
Like, that's just fucking hilarious. Who are you, insert guild name? But, what?
I think the Fappening would be a great guild name.
That would be funny.
Okay. Once you're done turning in those quests and dumping off your excess merchandise to a merchant, travel to me and I will show you this sweet little farming spot. Now here's the trick. It's part of a quest, so I don't know if it closes after you finish the quest. So I've left the quest open so that I can keep going in and farming the crap out of it.
Where are you?
I'm in Bankarai. Now here's the thing. This cave only spawns rubidite, platinum, and mushrooms. That's it. All the different kinds of mushrooms, rubidite ore, and platinum seams. That's all this dungeon spawns. It's not even a dungeon. It's like little hole in the ground quest. However, it does have a door, which I think is sealed without the quest. So I've left the quest open just in case. But you guys can help me test that. We'll see if you can get in before you get the quest. And if you can, then you can probably get back in after you've completed the quest.
Alright, well I'm traveling to you now.
Now the awesome thing with this dungeon, there's some easy to kill mobs in it, but the mobs respawn in 45 seconds or less, and the harvesting nodes respawn in a minute or less. I was in here for 15 minutes the other day and collected 200 rubidite ore and 139 platinum in like 15 minutes. So like this is a place like if you just want to spend maybe an hour at best just harvesting rubidite ore, platinum, and mushrooms, this is a great place to do it. Yeah, it's really close to the Way Shrine and the Dolmen.
But I'm coming. I'm on my dwarven horse.
Dwarven horse.
Alright.
Let's
See if I can go in, huh?
Yeah, see if it'll let you in. Yeah, it did. Awesome. So it'll probably stay up after the quest.
I mean,
Is
I don't have the
set.
quest, so
Awesome.
should.
Perfect. Then this is a spot we can come to whenever we want and farm. I'm gonna let you guys. It shouldn't take you guys long to kill these mobs, but just kill these guys and take notice of like all the harvesting nodes that are nearby. It starts here. It's gonna start on this hill, right here. Boom, 1. Boom, 2. 3. 4. 5. Sometimes right here. 6, 7.
There's 2 more.
Oh no, it keeps going. 8.
Hold on.
So 8 right here.
Yeah.
Then up here is 9. Sometimes 10. Sometimes there's 2 of them up here.
Oh, this is
9.
almost worth it just running through back and forth, back and forth.
Dude, 11. Literally one right here. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. Oops.
No, I got you.
20.
Fuck ton.
21. 22, 23, 24. 24 harvesting nodes that all respawn under a minute.
And they're all just right here at the
All-
beginning of the...
Yep. And that's all there is really to it. It's just like this. There's like 4 rooms essentially. Like
Well, it actually goes way deeper, but
well, yeah,
you don't.
I've gone to the end of it, but this way, no, this is not a
It's not
delve.
anything. It's just a cave.
It's just a cave. Now here's the thing: if you keep going past here, you don't. Well, you don't have to. Like, it's like a bunch. There's a bunch of books and stuff like that. If you just want to go try to like see if you can skill up or anything like that. But down this way. So there's 3 harvesting nodes in this room, or 4, I think. Yeah, 4. Two on each side of the river right here. This one, that one right there. And this is where the harvesting nodes pretty much stop, and then you're going to go down into where the books are. They're all down here. You can use that to give yourself a boost. Or, no, never mind. That's the wrong alien one. Yeah, so books, 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 books. And then up here's, you go back upstairs and just, you run back through, and those things will all, like, by the time you get back through, oh, I counted it, dude. It's literally like 45 seconds on the mobs and like a minute on the harvesting nodes.
It's a good grinding area,
Yeah, it really is.
dude, for even leveling up.
So I wanted to show you guys this little sneaky area that I discovered the other day doing this shit. I was like, oh yeah, I'm coming back here. And there's heavy sacks in here too. So you can usually grab like 2 or 3 heavy sacks. And since rubidite ore nodes drop platinum dust also, so like you can get a shit ton of platinum, and it's just platinum ore and mushrooms, no other kind of materials.
It's all good shit.
Yep.
I hit up these books here. Oh, there's other people in here. How dare they be here?
This is our special place.
Our special place.
Hello, Power Ranger 887.
Wow, really?
I love harvesting in this place. Honestly, I keep coming back to it. Like, ever since I found it, I was like, I gotta come back here. But I'm gonna close the quest now, finally. Now that I know that you guys can get in without the quest.
God, there's a fuck ton of bookshelves in here.
Yes. Yes, there is. I'm not in a DLC. I am in Bankurai in a little quest area near the northernmost dolmen. This little area right here, Halcyon Lake. There's a little quest right here.
I haven't leveled up any, but you have no idea how many lore books I'm discovering.
Sure, go ahead. Yeah, this is a really, really fantastic farming area. Um, it's it's really one of those. As soon as you get from one end to the other, it's right. It's everything's back again. There's like a Nereid that actually like lives in here. She's trying to prevent the lake from drying up eventually, and the Daedra are here saying that no, it's natural for the lake to dry up. It's what's supposed to happen, and what she's doing is against the natural law. And the Nereid just says that's BS. That the Daedra just want to like keep all the knowledge for themselves, because they serve um, Hermanus Moyer or something like that.
Hermaeus Mora,
Yeah, yep.
the knowledge douchebag.
Yep.
Did you find any relics? Any sign of the Nereid? She's turned herself. Lock the door.
There you go, Power Ranger. You are added.
What did you add him to?
ESO friends.
Yeah, so friends. You're not supposed to have any other friends.
Oh, I've been cheating on you with YouTube peoples. There's a couple like little baskets and stuff in the back here. I mean, not a whole lot. There's some fruit and vegetables and stuff like that for provisioning.
Fruits and vegetables.
Pizza
What
is
kind of
delicious.
healthy bullshit are you talking about?
I know. I ate pizza yesterday with those from Jets with the turbo cheese sticks. I added feta cheese to it too. It's just so much cheese.
Well, the main question, was it good?
It was delicious. It was fantastic. It was like sickeningly good. It's like those things you eat and you're just like, oh, I know that wasn't healthy for me, but my God, it tasted good. I guess I could pick those up. You guys down there just still reading books?
No, I've read all the books, and I need to go back to town and do stuff. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hit a. I'm gonna have to hit up a merchant here in a minute. Do I know the way?
Do you know the way?
Which way? Like, way of the samurai?
The way of butt plugging.
The way to San Jose? Do you know the way to San Jose?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm
I
having
don't
a
get the reference.
I'm having a oh, Do you know the way to San Jose was a song from the 70s. Uh, but I'm not gonna expect you to know that song because it was uh, not so good. But do you know the way of the pizza? Well, I know many types of pizza. I have eaten them all. Uh, I'm originally from New York, so I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to pizza. I have high standards. And I live in Tennessee right now, so most of those standards aren't met when it comes to pizza. But there are some good attempts. And Jet's Pizza happens to be one of the better ones, I think, here in town. I mean, I don't know, like, it's hard to go wrong with Little Caesars. I mean, $5 for a pizza. But I wouldn't exactly call it pizza.
Well, it's okay. It wouldn't exactly call you a person, so.
I wouldn't exactly call them people.
Hungry Howie's. That's a
Yeah, Franklin has a couple really good ones. Cool Springs got a Brooklyn Brothers Pizza, which is pretty damn good.
Franklin has mellow mushroom.
Mellow Mushroom's alright. I think Brooklyn Brothers definitely has it by a long shot. But I have come to, in the recent couple of years, I've come to truly appreciate putting what you call it, feta cheese on pizza. Like, god damn, it's good. And of course, do I know a good sword? Um, like in this game, or like in real life, or in media culture? Like, I'd say Sword of Omens is a good sword, but He-Man's sword seems to beat it in sheer power and durability, so I don't know if that qualifies. A good sword in the game would probably be anything from the Maelstrom Arena, or like some of the single set weapons you can get in Clockwork City, the Asylum Sanctorum. There's a single set kind of weapon for stabs. It's pretty damn good. Um, I think there's a great sword, two-handed weapons also. And I think in the Halls of Fabrication there's another sword, single item set. That's pretty good, but most people would recommend, above all, at least in this game, the Maelstrom Arena stuff. It's hard to get it though. It's really hard to get, especially if you're trying to try to do it solo. If you want to do it with a group, you definitely increase your chances, but solo is rough. Ask Tempestrous. And how far did you get in it, Michelle?
this is like the third.
She got like 3D. But
How
I,
far does it go?
I don't know. I got about 6. Yeah, I got like 6 or 7 in before I got beat.
It's not that, it's hard to go forward. It's
Maybe I need to try it because of all the hit points.
I mean, you
You probably
definitely.
make your way through.
Mm-hmm. What'll probably fuck you up is damage over time effects. There's a couple.
Or you beat everyone immediately.
There's a lot of poison damage on a couple of the stages, and there's one stage where there's a giant, and he pretty much cracks this ice, and if you're in the ice water, you start to take like cold damage, I guess, and it can kill you pretty quick if you're not careful. I had to keep healing through that fight, drop my AOE's in between.
Hmm.
But it is worth it. You do get like remembered, like sort of, because it pops up like on the guild. Like if you're in a guild, whenever you a guild mate or yourself like clears the Maelstrom Arena, it'll announce it to the rest of the guild. Thank you for subscribing, Tanya. I have got to sell all this stuff. I'm so running out of room.
Dennis,
Scott, thank you. It says Tanya on here from YouTube, I guess. I keep hanging on to all this. You know what it is? I keep hanging on to named set items. So like I've got like a ton of stuff that's from the quests that you complete that are actually set items, and I keep hanging on to them, and I really shouldn't. Like I don't need this trainees crap. Ah, I got you. Gauntlets of the Dragon. Poop. Reduce the cost of your ultimate abilities by 15% though. See, that's kind of interesting. For stuff like Overload, which only costs like 68 ultimate. So, I mean, it kind of reduces that by a lot. Gloves of the Desert Rose. That's not bad for you, Tony, honestly. Adds spell resistance, max health, max magicka, and when you take damage, you have a 15% chance to restore 2268 magicka if you were running a magicka based Dragon Knight.
Doesn't really work for me.
Gloves of the Withered Hand, don't need that. The Blood Moon set is actually kind of nice for PvP. I don't know, it probably worked pretty good in PvE too, but it looks like more like a PvP set. Adds weapon damage, then weapon crit, and when you deal critical damage with a melee light attack, you gain a stack of blood scent for 8 seconds. When you gain 5 stacks, you become frenzied for 5 seconds, increasing your melee light attack damage by 29% and attack speed by 50%. This effect can only occur once every 18 seconds.
Hmm.
That increased attack speed, though, is brutal. Like, the increased attack damage, yeah, to your light attacks, 29%, that's a pretty nice
Yeah, that
buff.
increased attack speed on like my melee blade would be brutal.
Right? You dual wield with that, and you're unleashing
Yeah,
a
you do
ridiculous number of
like
attacks.
99% crit
Yeah.
9% repeat.
Yep. Means every 18 seconds you're just going into a damn frenzy. The Savage Werewolf one is pretty nice too. This is like a set Tony would like for sure. Actually, you probably both would like for sure. It comes from the new dungeon. Do I know a anime? I know like tons of anime, dude. Like all the animes. Not necessarily by their Japanese name though, because shit, trying to remember those can be mind-boggling sometimes. Attack on Titan, just start. Well, they're like 5 episodes
Oh.
deep now, and
What in this
my
season?
season 3.
Yeah.
It's pretty good so far. I mean, it's very revealing.
Well, I'm gonna log off for the night. I'm getting tired.
All right, Tony,
I'm
what do you have?
I'm an old man.
He's an old man. Yeah, I like My Hero Academia. That's a great anime. And we just caught up on today's episode. So good. You gonna be on tomorrow, Tony?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll definitely be on.
Oh, good, 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 good.
But I'm getting off. You have a good night.
All right, Tony. Have a good night. All right, Michelle. What you want to do?
Hang out actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Once he goes to bed, I gotta bring Jake home. So,
Oh, I got you.
but we'll be on tomorrow.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Alright, you have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow.
Alrighty, man. Talk to you later.
This is taking longer than I planned.
Yeah, Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan Blue, as they like to call it, which admittedly is better than Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. Uh, yeah, it's very OP. Although apparently not as OP as Ultra Instinct. Yeah, that's what they are calling it in like all the animes. Super Saiyan Blue. Yeah, I know I know a few people that play that. It's not been I don't know, I tried it when it first like dropped, sort of, and I don't know, it was fun, but I don't know, like I lost a lot of interest in some of those games for a long time. Like I loved the Budokai series, and then I started to lose interest in it again. But they were fun, admittedly. I am curious to see, like, I mean, did you watch all the way up to, um, like the Tournament of Power? I think is what they called it. Yeah, like, um, I guess it's 18 or 17. I don't know, the male android his wish, like, I don't know, like, I have a feeling that when the next season comes out, like, yeah, I loved the original Yu-Gi-Oh. I didn't follow anything after GX. Um, After they had their little Yu-Gi-Oh school thing, that was like the last thing I watched of Yu-Gi-Oh. After that, it just kind of got ridiculous, like the Zexal and all that stuff. I was just like not really interested in any of that anymore. I liked the story with the Egyptian gods and all that, but like that's when but the Zexal stuff just started making it really weird. The games are really fun. I used to play the card game. Like I was a big collector of the card game. I used to play Magic the Gathering also, and I used to play it on Xbox, three, Xbox One actually. I had the Magic the Gathering game on that. I haven't played the Yu-Gi-Oh one on it yet though. The games I'm looking forward to, like I'm very much looking forward to Beyond Good or Evil 2. Um, like story-wise, that game looks amazing. The Last of Us 2 just looks beautiful. Fallout 76, without a doubt, I'm looking forward to because I love the Fallout series. Um, Trying to think if there's anything else I'm really like looking forward to. Um, Anthem. Looking forward to Anthem. Yeah, Fallout 76 is gonna be great. That is easily like one of the. It's Bethesda, you know. I just love Bethesda Studios. They do such a fantastic job on their games. Their big worlds, you know. And Fallout is just a really cool world. I mean, it's an awful world if you live in it, but it's a cool world for a game. Yeah, the Fat Man is a little broken. I've killed myself more than a few times using it in Fallout 4. And they got that one that's even bigger, the Merv, that like fires like 8 uh what was it, Fat Boys at one time. But it's got like a huge chance to misfire. Definitely had it misfire more than a couple times. favorite in Fallout 4 though was I think it was called the Liberator. It was like an extra powerful what you call it, railgun, and that thing was so much fun. You could hold it down and charge it up, and it's like boom. Yeah, I know what gun you're talking about too. Shit, if I can remember it. But it essentially, like, it's just like a nuke practically, but it just shoots like high. It's got a better range and everything. It's more like a rifle that fires like a. When it hits, it goes off like a nuke. Yeah. Yeah, that DLC had that one crazy ass boss in it. Like it's like a like fog lurker, fog reaper, or something like that. It was, I don't know, it was some giant monster in it. Thing was ridiculous. Let's get rid of that. I like this Shadow Dancer set. Max Magica, spell damage, stamina, ignore movement, speed penalty, oh sneak. I mean, it's really better on a Nightblade than it is on me, but it's not bad. And I run Queen's Elegance to increase my light attack and heavy attack damage and my Max Magica, but in PvP this might be the set for me to wear. Because I'm probably going to do more ganking than stand up fighting as a PvP sword. This one's a PvE, this is my main tune. And I make him for PvE and achievement hunting. Trying to get all the achievements with just this character so that I don't have to try to crank it out on all the other ones. So I try to do the fishing and all that jazz with just this character. And then I've got a PvP for yellow and blue. And I'll make one for red before too long, but I kind of want to just keep going, keep chugging along with this PvE one and try to get up to max level. So I'm in Oregon. I'll tell you what animes I currently love. Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up a Girl in a Dungeon? It's like one of my favorites. It's hysterical and like kind of really sweet at the same time. Uh, I love Overlord. Overlord is probably my favorite one right now. It's just it's just great. Uh, Hina Matsuri is pretty good too. It's really funny. Uh, it's about a gangster and a girl with psychic powers. It's hysterical. Um, Assassination Classroom, another one of my favorites. So, yeah, trying to think what other one. Seven Deadly Sins. Like that one. Um, One Punch Man is probably my. I'll say that One Punch Man is probably my favorite. Saitama is king. He is just the hands down most OP character of all time. And yes, before you ask, yes, he would beat Goku. Okay? He would beat everybody. He is one of those weird parody characters that's just beyond powerful against everybody. You know, action wise, Dragon Ball GT was fine. Story wise, it was stupid. Like, I hated the story in GT. Um, the only one that was the only part of all of that entire series that I thought was actually interesting, that had a decent story, was probably the Tuffle and Vegeta story. Like, that was probably the only good one. The whole General Rorudo and all that was just, it was just boring. Honestly, I just felt like it was a bunch of crap. Um, the dragons themselves, like the dragons out of the Dragon Balls that were all over the place. I don't know. I thought that was just stupid. Like, only the last two were like an interesting fight whatsoever. The rest of them were just like kind of dumb. I don't know. That series felt really wasted on me, and like I think a lot of people could have like, I don't know. I just think they could have done better. And I hated the whole I can't transform into my Super Saiyan forms unless I turn into Super Saiyan 4 because I'm a kid. I don't know. It was just dumb. The whole thing was just kind of stupid. The fight scenes were, good because it's Dragon Ball. They're always going to have good fight scenes, but I don't know. I like what they've done with Dragon Ball Super. They've moved it. You notice they got rid of a whole lot of that bullshit filler that they were putting in every single season. They'd have a ridiculous amount of filler in Dragon Ball Z and in GT, but they did away with that, and now they've got like just the appropriate amount of filler in between fights. And we don't have as many endless like screaming matches in the middle of throwing an energy ball either. So I was kind of glad to see some of those changes. I feel like they listened to the fans, with Super at least. GT was just a shit show. I liked Goku Black. That whole storyline was actually really good. I thought that was like that was pretty interesting. I'm kind of curious though because um, 18th Wish was insane. Like everyone thought like don't let Goku make the wish. He'll fuck it up and like everything will go wrong. Gohan Black. And yet he still wouldn't reach his full potential in a fight because for some reason Gohan, like we expect so much of him because he's like Goku's always talking about like how much power I can sense in him. He can do it, okay, guys? He's got this. And yet still he always screws it up every time. He's like the most disappointing character in Dragon Ball. It's like, come on, Gohan. We've been watching. He was such a more badass kid than he is an adult. Like he sucks as an adult. When he was a kid, he was kicking ass so much better. Gohan's back. I mean, everyone's back because of that wish at 18. I'm gonna wish back everyone that ever died. Ever. Did you like I said? That's what I was saying about that wish. Like he made a wish to wish back everything that was erased. Well, the little god guys there erased Goku Black's universe. So, did wishing that back means that comes back too? And what about the previous 6 universes that Lord Zeno-sama erased? Are those all back now too? So I mean, I have a feeling that we're gonna see like some of those erased universes come back. I mean, he wished the way he worded that wish was, I wish for all the erased universes back. You know, it's like, okay, well, a long time ago he erased a bunch of universes also. Like, remember how often these wishes get, like, if you don't word them correctly, they get used, like, against you? And is Frieza gonna be like a good guy now-ish? Like, he still seems like he's a bad guy, but he's gonna kind of be like, I'll behave just enough so that Goku and Vegeta don't come after me. Where the hell am I supposed to be going? Just make sure there's no world bosses or anything over here. New season of One Punch Man starts in April, so I'm looking forward to it. We're still supposed to get another season of Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up a Girl in a Dungeon this year. And a movie, I think the movie already came out in Japan, but they haven't done an English dub of it yet here, as far as I know. I'm gonna be really pissed with the guys at Dragon Ball if they put out another Dragon Ball movie that is just this freaking season repeating itself. That drove me crazy. I did not like that with Super.
My captain, my crew, all captured. They took control of both camps. This is with South Beacon as a staging area. They can raid the Sunset Isles at my will. I can make it past the gate, Yoga. You have to find Captain Surani. She'll know what to do. She's a prisoner in a Malma camp, down in the beach. Please, hurry.
South Beacon. is that an anime or a person like in the in game or something, or a YouTube streamer or something? I don't believe so. I mean, it's you run across a lot of people, um, and I know a few guild members have subbed, and I meet some people in dungeons and trials that sub. So I mean, it's possible. I'll check my friends list, but I don't think I have anyone on my friends list or on my sub list named as a Katie6. But I did, you know what? It's possible from when I was playing a lot of Fortnite. Um, I friended a lot of people in Fortnite just because, you know, it was easier to, if you friend a lot of people, you can get those four-man groups up and stand a better chance. Oh, it's not a PSN name? No? I don't know. Can't go in there yet. Okay. Oh, that's a long jump. Did not make it. Oh, no. I don't play Destiny. You know what? I was drastically disappointed with the first Destiny game, and when Destiny 2 came out, I literally just heard everyone's disappointment in it, and I was like, I don't even have to bother playing this now. I was like, people pretty much just told straight up looked so sad, so angry and sad. I'm hoping Anthem is everything Destiny was supposed to be. Yeah, shooters are a mixed bag with me. You know, like I really love the Fallout games, but I'm not like big on first person and third person shooters. I mean, I played Fortnite because it was free, and I had a bunch of friends that were playing it, and I started in season 1, got the battle passes for like 3 seasons, and once they put in porta-forts, I stopped playing. Like, it defeated the whole purpose of the building aspect of the game if you're just going to make a insta-fort. So I pretty much stopped playing Fortnite, and I'm pretty much just gonna wait for Fallout 76 before I get into another shooter. How is that? I've never played Sword Art Online. It looked really nice, but I've never played it. Do you like it? I love the anime. I really enjoyed the anime. I'm not sure. I started to watch like the new one with the little girl wearing pink using the SMG. Like, I started to watch it, but I couldn't really get into it as much. It's like I'm not interested in characters that aren't Kirito. I take it Sword Art Online's an MMORPG too. Yeah, he. Yes and no. Oh, I get you. I get you. It's not like open world.
Skylight.
Tildur, the lighthouse is solid stone, but even stone can burn with the right mixture of kindle pits and fire salts. Tildur can tell you where to find the necessary ingredients.
I might have to try the new
It's
one
a
then.
gas fire. One well-placed firefighter should
I've
ignite
always
it.
been a big fan of open world games. Um,
Tildur
I mean,
sees the
Morrowind
light
was
as
like
the
my
matter
first real
before the
taste
lighthouse door.
of like a really
When clean.
big open
So,
world game
I looked into the
um,
lighthouse tunnel.
that felt
You'll need
really
more
like
assistance than
massive.
the
Like
ancient custodian.
Final Fantasies
Check
like
with
are
Tildur.
open
He'll
world,
know where
but
you
they
can
don't
find it.
feel. $60 isn't bad.
Then do it quickly. They took us off guard. South Beacon is close to a freezer.
Is it a like a paid subscription though, like how ESO Plus is, or is it just $60 and that's it? Oh, nice. It's cool that there's no sub fees or anything like that. My main issue with games like that are based off like television shows and stuff is that as far as game wise goes, they tend not to have a lot of staying power. You know, like the Budokai games were like probably one of the exceptions because people really liked that fighting style in those games and the smashing of the landscapes and super spear bombs and stuff like that. People kind of got into it, but a lot of other ones that are based off shows just don't have the staying power to like remain a profitable franchise. Not to say that it won't, but usually they tend not to. Oh, awesome. Yeah, man. Uh, I'm glad you're a YouTuber. It's a great world we're living in right now, and uh, when we all have the ability to just get content out there and show our stuff in whatever way we can. I like just showing off gameplay because I think this is a great game. I really enjoy this game, and people that have enjoyed the Elder Scrolls series so far, I know some of them they don't like this game compared to Skyrim, which I try to like tell people don't really compare it to Skyrim because Skyrim was like a very different feel as far as like the controls and look go. This is more like Oblivion was versus Skyrim, more like Oblivion and Morrowind. So but I enjoy overall the game, the world, the lore. I've always loved MMORPGs. I used to play Star Wars: The Old Republic, um, like hardcore. I put 11,000 hours into that game before I just had to, kind of back off. And quite honestly, like the PC I was using wasn't really up to snuff, so I didn't get as much enjoyment out of it as would have liked to. But it was a great game. Uh, I will subscribe to your channel. Let me find you on here. Look, you got a new subscriber. Oh yeah, just subscribe to your mom. Let me look you up. Yeah, a lot of people feel that way about Elder Scrolls, and I can understand that feeling because this game is kind of like a big step away from the direction Skyrim was taking the game. Um, I don't know. It's as far as when it comes to MMORPGs, this is probably the best one for PlayStation. If you're on PC, there you go. Now you got a new subscriber. Plus Ultra. If you're on PC, there's so many MMORPGs that are just amazing. Yeah, yeah, I know. In Skyrim, you were essentially like a god, and in this, you're not quite a god, but everyone's kind of like really powerful. It's pretty. You know what it is too? Like in this game, everything levels with you. So no matter where you go, it's always equal to your level, with the exception of the dungeons and trials. And in Skyrim, the chances of you ever fighting like 35 mobs at one time was like nil. There was like almost no chance you were going to get swarmed by so many creatures at once. But in this, it's a very commonplace thing. So like you gotta have like tons of AoE damage, and it helps sometimes having other players. But as far as YouTube, most of the other YouTubers I've watched and listened to say the same thing, which is just get as much content out there as you can. It doesn't even matter if you go through and edit it all. I mean, get good at editing, of course. I haven't practiced at all. I need to go back through and edit a ton of my videos. Um, but you don't have to edit. Just get the content out there. That's cool. It's always good to game with people that are other YouTubers also and stuff like that. It helps spread your content. I have a few friends. I try to promote, uh, you know, their Twitch stream or YouTube stream. I mean, I do Twitch also. I don't know. For some reason, Twitch doesn't get uh, as many views for me as YouTube does. Um, I'm not quite sure why. Uh, Maybe you'll have more luck on Twitch than I had. Uh, but I think I like YouTube setup. I don't know. It's just so much easier for me on YouTube than it is on Twitch. Okay, it looks like this is finally on top of here. I still can't get in there. What is this? Hello, Platinum. You will always see me stop in Harvest Platinum. It is like a must for me. Trying to get this jewelry crafting and iridium greens and zircon greens and chromium greens. It's just so time consuming. Alright. Now I can go finally finish this.
You have the necessary ingredients to make Tilburg's fire blasted. Excellent. I've been working on Mallory to penetrate the lighthouse and discover how they get past the wall on the door. The Mallomer carry a magical rune that dispels the ward long enough to gain entry. Steal a rune from one of their patrols near the lighthouse. Use it to dispel the ward, and you're in. We need to know it. They're nearly ready to signal their fleet. Simple until the lighthouse begins to burn. You won't be able to come out within a day. And you can't spell things on dry areas. Take this matrix crystal. It will transport you back to the rendezvous point with Silite Meteors.
Here's a good one for you. Could Saitama take the gauntlet off Thanos' hand? It's a tough question, man. Thanos is a badass, but Saitama just breaks everything. Everything! All the rules! Saitama pretty much cracks it. Any predictions for Skyrim 6? I mean, sorry, I said Skyrim 6. That's silly. Elder Scrolls 6. you're in. Oh, High Rock. Hmm. Who controls that? Is that a Daggerfall? I know Oblivion was Cyrodiil. Skyrim was, well, I mean, Skyrim was all of, the Rift, East March and all that, but that's all Ebonheart Pact or Nords, but what's High Rock gonna be? Brett. So Daggerfall. Makes sense. Still needed a minion game then, really. Thought I heard someone say it was gonna be elsewhere, so yeah. It's gonna be good, wherever it is. It's gonna be good. It's gonna look so nice. Yeah, that's supposed to come out this year, I think. Is going to be the Black Marsh section they're going to add. It's going to be a whole area like Somerset, supposedly.
The lighthouse keeps exploding. I see. The tower is on fire. How did this happen? What will we do?
I wonder if we're going to see,
This invasion is over. Without the ability to continue,
I mean,
the Morrowind won't
from
be
what I
able to
hear,
the shadows.
like,
They'll turn around.
2019 is probably going to be the last year that they put anything out for this game.
Well done.
Um, because all the new consoles are probably going to be dropping in 2020. So that might be the last time we see an expansion is in 2019 for this.
We'll head to Volkagard and return with reinforcements.
Now, when you say haven't screwed up with, I've heard a few people like I'm not super well versed on the lore or like how these places are supposed to be. Um, I only played like a little bit of Skyrim, even as good as it was. I just at the time in my life I just didn't have the opportunity to play it all the way through. I played a lot of Oblivion, and I played Morrowind back in the day. about as well versed in the games. 60. 2 years time, yeah. New lands, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of hoping they fill in the rest of this map that they gave us in this game. I mean, there's still all of this right here near Gold Coast and Hughes Bane, which I imagine is still part of Valenwood. I know Black Marsh is like all supposed to be this area right here, but I don't know what this right here is supposed to be in between Valenwood and Black Marsh. And this is still part of Skyrim, I guess, up here. And then we have another island right there, and this little section off of Balfoyen. I don't know what they're gonna do with any of that. So I mean, there's still open map on here. It'd be cool if this was all filled in. That's a lot of space. I mean, overall, yeah. This little corner up here too, I suppose. We're probably gonna see another one of these things. These off the grid kind of areas. I'd also be down for like something involving the Dwemer, because like I don't know the story 100% about the Dwemer, other than the fact that they seem to have conquered like every freaking area on the map. So I mean, I think that would be kind of like a cool direction for them to swing in, so that we could see some of that time period, or the Akaviri invasion that they are always talking about in this game. And the original maps and all the land have been used, and oh, I got you. I mean, was the original game in the same time period? Because I've heard like weird mixed things when it comes to like the lore of this game. I get the impression that this game is supposed to take place, like the one right now is supposed to take place 1,000 years before Skyrim. But I don't remember when Oblivion takes place, if that's in the same time span as Skyrim, or if it's closer to Morrowind. It's been a long time since I played either, so I'm not quite called up on the lore. Caught up on the lore. I mean, if it's like invasions and stuff like that, like happen in the game lore, so like it's very possible that a lot of those things would have been renamed, or if like if the original map was like one point in history and then it all like changes over time, because I think this game is during the third age of man, or third age or whatever. So I'm not sure when the original game was set up, if it was set up in like the first age and it's been progressing consistently since then, or if they've just been like leapfrogging. They're all in different time periods. Okay. Okay. So we have no idea if the next Elder Scrolls game is going to be in the past or in the future of Skyrim or this game.
Bet the dead have turned Zelda. Careful. Not safe in this part of Oregon. You walk the road in fair at your own risk. Play. Coin's the only reason I'm here. My crew is under contract. The town alchemist has been tending the sick. In a local woman's barn, of all places. If you're determined to enter town, it won't stop you. Just mind yourself, yeah?
Okay. So they don't go backwards at all. That's good. Is this game the exception though? Like, is this before Skyrim or after Skyrim? Because technically I think this game launched, like, wasn't this game right after Skyrim? As far as like the launch date of this game. Ah, I got you. So this one is kind of like a standalone, can't really be considered canon.
Bring me that salve. Yes, just like that. Apply the salve.
Please don't let me die.
She's alive. That's all that matters. Take her to quarantine.
Well, I tell you what then, like, when the new console generations drop, I would really like to see Bethesda um, get their shit together with an MMORPG like this. But,
Are you feeling well?
you know,
Can I help?
going according to the actual lore.
Not much. My son was its first victim, Mrs. Hart. I'm not really a healer, just the town alchemist. But I couldn't just sit by and watch people suffer. Sallow-weed aloe. It seems to hold back the illness for a time. I apply it to my patients as soon as they show symptoms. If they could... Actually, we just ran out of sallow-weed. A big patch grows just outside of town. Will you gather some? Amor's already got the next batch of salve prepped. Just need the sap to get it back to work.
Do you play, this ESO?
Sallow-weed is pretty potent stuff. Gathering it should be safe enough. As long as you don't eat it, you'll be fine. Fair used to be a mining town. The workings are still down there. After folks started to get sick, we wanted to keep the worst away from the uninfected. So we put them in quarantine down below. No, not at all. Amor and I go down regularly to care for him. We set up a contract with the mercenaries to keep everyone safe. This'll all turn out fine.
Oh, nice. Do you like to roll? What color you prefer? I know everyone can play Rainbow. I don't give a shit what anyone's like actual like setup is, but which alliance do you prefer, like lore wise? CP920. One day we'll be there on on PlayStation. Eventually. Right now, I think yeah, 780 is the max on PlayStation. Yeah, same here. I love the pack. You gotta have them Argonian Templars. I think everyone's got an Argonian Templar built. I knew I wanted a Dark Elf Sork right away. Like, I know the High Elf one technically can eke out slightly more damage. I mean, according to Reddit, one of the breakdown of the damage was like a 1% difference. So I was like, I ain't that desperate to nerf out maximum capabilities. I want to actually just play the game and enjoy it. So I do more PvE than I do PvP. I do PvP for friends and like achievements only. I just kind of like just saving PvP for like end game. Like once I've done questing and achieving and getting all the other stuff in the game and being the best completionist I can be, then I'll do PvP. But I had to go to Cyrodiil anyway, like even doing PvE, so I said I might as well start doing some PvP. That's a lot of unrefined, so you're gonna have a ton of Droog wax at some point. Yeah, I'm right there with you though. Like I'm a bit of a pack rat too. I've got like I don't know like 6 or 7 stacks of fish sitting in my guild bank, not my guild bank, but in my bank's inventory. And I'm like, I love collecting all that perfect row, but I hate filleting all those fish. They really need a fillet all button. And fuck them on the damn jewelry crafting. Needing to freaking grind out those grains to try to get a plating is ridiculous. Like, I could not believe they made it that damn difficult. Yes, I don't even really stop to read books anymore because I'm pretty much all caught up on all the books. J Mello 671. Quick question: how much resources you think I would get with 100 writ surveys? Um, on average, I think those surveys drop about um, like 100 to like 120 like unrefined uh, like ore, for instance. Um, so like depending on what your crafting skills are, you can like get that like the max amount of resource back, which is usually somewhere between like 8 to 10 refined pieces for every 10 uh, unrefined pieces. So I mean, I don't know. Usually on average, you get about 100 per survey, um, depending on what the survey is. I mean, the enchanting stuff is gonna be different, and the alchemy stuff is gonna be different. But the jewelry crafting, woodworking, and clothing, that usually all tends to be the same, which is usually around 100 pieces of resource of whichever kind. Again, that will vary. Sometimes you'll get more, sometimes you'll get less. Yep. Damn Start said 100 light, 80 medium, 120 heavy, 120 wood. So, I mean, that's pretty close. Like, it really does tend to average out like that. They're worth it, though. 6 runestones. Um, yeah. I mean, usually when each time you hit one of those, I think they're called Protean stones, Protean runestone. Um, you'll see it like pop up with 6 different runes, and it might be like one of each, or it could be like 4 of each. Like I've seen it vary, and there's usually like 6 to 8 of those sitting around. Yeah, man, those surveys are great. I love them. I've got a few saved up right now. They're starting to load up my inventory, so I'm gonna end up having to clear them out. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 of them sitting on me right now. I usually wait till I get to about like 10 or 15, and then I'll go find them all, load up on some resources, unless I'm really low on something and I need like the crafting materials for writs and stuff. I would kind of like to see them make the surveys available for sale. I mean, I don't know why most people probably wouldn't want to sell them, but if you did, you should be able to, because you can sell those I hate the treasure maps. They're such a freaking waste. You spend a bunch of time looking for the stupid things, and they give you crap. I get way better stuff just running around grabbing the Sigic portals. But those surveys, man, I feel like you could sell those and people would definitely, like, on guild traders, they would definitely spend a nice amount of coin on them. Good way to earn some money. You're absolutely right. You know, like if you just collect constantly as you're running around, don't fast travel so often, you'll load up on stuff, and you can always find a great little spot to farm. I was showing someone earlier a really great spot if you just want platinum and rubidite ore and mushrooms. There's a fantastic spot in um, Bankerai. Uh, this little uh, Halcyon Lake, this tiny little side quest area, is fantastic. The respawn rate and refresh rate of the resources and mobs is super high. I mean, the mobs are back in like 45 seconds or less, and the resources are back in a minute or less. And all it is, there's 26 harvesting nodes, and they're just platinum, rubidite, and mushrooms. So I mean, a really nice little spot. I feel like I missed the sky shard. Yeah, Usebane is another great one. Bleak Rock, especially at night, Bleak Rock is just fantastic. And it's the same with Usebane. At night, it's so easy to harvest everything super fast, and it stands out really bright too. Betnik is okay. Like, it's not the best, but it's not terrible. And Canarthy's Roost is okay also. There's a couple decent little spots that have really high refresh rates, and you can just stand there pretty much and farm it. I get irritated when undead don't drop worms and crawlers. I'm like, give me that fucking fishing bait. I do a lot of fishing. I love it. You know, that's actually one of the things I actually enjoy the most about this game. It's just fishing. I just thoroughly enjoy just sometimes stepping away from just dropping AoEs and hitting buttons constantly and just doing some fishing, seeing what I get. And they made fishing a lot easier, but they also kind of just made the Hismir fish eye or eye completely useless. So I wonder if they're just going to change what that does, or it's just going to be like, well, don't need to make those anymore. So where's my app? I know there's got to be a sky shard. I must have gotten it at some point, either earlier or just didn't finish this delve. this way. Well, thanks for watching. Yeah, I did my daily crafting writs at 1 o'clock. Well, 1 o'clock Central Time. That's when they drop for me. And I've got like a couple actually I've got like 6 master writs I should be able to get done too. Get those knocked out. It's been fun chatting with you. And check out that Halcyon link if you're looking for extra platinum and rubidite in just a really sweet area. In about 15 minutes, I loaded up on about 200 rubidite ore and 140 platinum unrefined in like 15 minutes. I could have kept going too. I'm probably gonna do like a video on it just to see how much I can get in like an hour. It's right here. There's a way shrine right next to it. And a dolmen, so it's like a great farming spot. Yeah, that's the spot right up here. You can pickpocket these guys out here. Boom. The first one. Biznen Cell. This is the place. So, like, you saw the one by the door. That's boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here. Mushroom. Or platinum. And then it's 6, 7, 8, 9 down there. Easy to kill mobs, of course. Mushroom. Boom. It's number 10. Right here. Mushroom. Eleven is right here. Sometimes there's another one right here, but it's rare. Then down here. Thirteen will be right here. Sometimes there's one back there. Also rare. Usually there's one right here. Maybe a 22 right here. Say this one, 23. 27. So 27 to 29 harvesting nodes in one tiny little area with a high refresh rate. I'll go back to here. Look. Boom. Already back. There you go. Best little harvesting area that I've found so far. If I want just one thing. You know, not just one thing, but like if I'm looking for just platinum and rubidite, for those tempering alloys and for those chromium grains, this is where I come. And honestly, the mushrooms really do come in handy because I do craft a lot of essences of spell power, and I need a lot of Namira's rot for that. Alright, let's go see how much I got from that teeny tiny little expenditure. Go back to my place. So, let's check these. Rubidite first. 118 rubidite. I mean, I had refined this all down before I went in there, so I mean, you're pretty much just looking at how much rubidite you're going to get from just doing one good pass through there in about 5 minutes. No temps. Sucks. There's no jewelry crafting station there. My hammer death bungalow. It's a great house, by the way, if you're on a budget. It sits right next to a unique crafting station. So if you wanted to, all you really need to get is the enchanting, alchemy, and provisioning. You don't even need the provisioning. There's a cooking fire there. So you just need the enchanting and the alchemy station, and it has all the remaining stations that you might need right outside and to the left. Yeah, right over here. Barely a hop, skip, and jump. Take some wood. Always loot. You never know what you're gonna get. Recipe for rose lager. So let's see, how much platinum do we get? 116 platinum, 119 rubidite ore, 116 platinum dust. Not bad for 5 minutes. Well, alright guys, that's gonna be it for me tonight. You all have a good one. Stay safe, have fun. See you tomorrow. Peace.